return from just beyond the goal line.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now 2nd and 5.
60 Maverick! 60 Maverick!
Here's Willis. Throwing right, and that's complete. That one a first down pickup of 8. The Titans at 5-3 now on the year. They coming off the loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple of months, CD. 5 wins in their last 8 games.
And quite frankly, there wasn't a whole lot to draw on in the loss last week because they were dominating every phase of the game. You've got to hope that they show a little more life in this one because they certainly didn't have it in their last outing.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. You talk about this Seahawk defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
On 2nd down, Woody. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now Willis on 3rd down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Buried behind the line by Azeez Ojulari. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
You ain't doing nothing today.
He'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. Pulled in at the 24. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's a Tennessee native from just outside of Memphis, Ken Walker. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
This one goes underneath to Walker, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? It's who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night. Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
You talk about this Titan defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass.
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
the catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
Got it. Ready?
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Let's go.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Warriors 17. Mustang 19.
Operating from the gun, Elliott. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Carroll. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play in the drive. Back to throw. Elliott. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. His kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together. They've got a chance of coming out with the W.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Willis. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Titans first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Back to throw, Willis. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Azeez Ojulari able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line. Coming
to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we could walk away with a win.
Okay, break.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Back. Smash. Ready.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
To throw on 2nd down, Elliott. He finds his man, complete. It's Carroll. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. It's a big play there for Seattle. 48 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Walker. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. It'll be Murray on the keeper. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
Right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a 1st down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Here we go.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Willis now off play action. Got his man complete over the middle. That's more. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Willis. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
They'll take over 1st down and goal to go at the 3-yard line.
Let's go now.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Looking to throw. Elliott. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
On the set.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Now Willis. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here we go. Here we go.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
470. Check it. Check it.
To throw, here's Willis. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Wolf on now for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Seahawks 20, Titans nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Ready.
Willis. Able to find the open man. That's complete. It's a big play there for Tennessee. 42 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Willis. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz, too fast to handle. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on them, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
It's 2nd down.
Back to throw. Elliott. Over the middle, complete. That's Carroll. Go. And he will be taken down, but it is a huge play there to flip field position. And they'll be on the other side of the field as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
On the double.
Looking to throw. Elliott. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Seahawks continue to pull away here in this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
Ready.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost. So.
It does test the mental processes of the team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Willis backed up to his own end zone here, 3rd and long. Over the middle, he has Okonkwo. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Here's Jacobs from the gun. Shifts by him at the 25. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other, because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Willis will look to throw it. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw. Elliott. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
And that is exactly what you needed defensively. It's a long road back from here, but that's a good start to the second half as they force a punting situation and a 4th down.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's trying to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
70 Ranger.
3rd down, it's Willis. Azeez Ojulari make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. On now is the Titans punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's got room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. Operating from the gun. Elliott. He completes this to Walker. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
At the 6-yard line.
Looking to throw. Elliott being chased out left. And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go. The penalty yards marched off as they'll try again on 2nd and goal. Throwing again. Elliott. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Operating from the gun, Elliott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So little by little, the better of these two sides starting to become more and more apparent.
3 points is not a knockout blow in the 3rd quarter, but when the other guys haven't shown they can do anything, they don't have any points. This is looking pretty good. Maybe not a knockout blow, but a good stiff jab, that's for sure.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Got his man, Okonkwo. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. Willis takes the snap. They're going for it. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Check. Dragon 60.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Trap 60.
Operating from the gun, Elliott escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
60 Maverick. Hey.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Seahawks will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second.
Willis to throw on second. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He stiff arms him. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Here's Willis. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Willis to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 1.
7 Pirates, go.
Back to throw, Willis. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Butker's kick here is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we
look at the big man rumble. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. It's a big play there for Seattle. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A throw over the middle taken in. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down.
And the Seahawks 1st down.
Mustang 19.
Back to throw. Elliott. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. And Murray going to keep this himself on the draw. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. The backup Murray, his first throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Jeffrey Simmons able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 1st and 10 now. Willis and the Titans at their own 25-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Willis. He'll fire deep, looking for more. And got his man complete. It's a big play there for Tennessee. 45 yards.
That's good for a Tennessee touchdown.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw, Willis. He'll complete this one to Okonkwo. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one in the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Extra point by Butker is on target as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not, and I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out, and you and I, let's get to the airport.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Looking to throw. Elliott. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 27 yards there. A 1st down. Well, this one probably not the close game. Prime time, CD, but of course that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points, and my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
A loss of 11 yards.
Drop 50, drop 50.
2nd down.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He finds his man complete. That's Carroll. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Throwing on 1st down. Elliott. He finds his man, complete. That's Carroll. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
19 lights. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Elliott. And this is going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Titans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Meanwhile, Willis is there, taken in by Smith. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one...
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.